What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at Saber. We finally got a little bit of something when it comes to the Fate collab, which should be coming up sometime next month. I think it was on the 11th that they said they were going to be. And Saber is the premier unit that we're going to be getting on the banner. Archer obviously is going to be for free, but Saber is going to be a powerhouse of a unit, to say the least. I'm going to try to explain how she works to the best of my abilities. She's actually very simple, but there is a little bit of intricacy when it comes to her kit. Now, she is a wind destruction character, much like Blade, and most of her playstyle revolves around her ultimate or just ulting in general, right? She does have a very, very high ultimate cost, sitting at 360. I'm pretty sure that is the highest we have in the game, and you're going to be asking yourself, how the hell are we going to get that much energy? Here we go again. Sunday, ultimate spam. I mean, yeah, you could do that too, but she does have a few things here and there in her kit to help her kind of achieve that goal. First thing is going to be her talent. Her whole kit revolves around this thing called cores. These are little points or stacks that help her gain energy whenever she uses her skill. So her talent, whenever she enters battle, she's going to gain 1 core, which is pretty much her stacking mechanic. And whenever any ally uses any ultimate ability, she will increase her damage dealt by 40% for 2 turns, and then she will obtain 3 cores. And then also consuming any 1 core will regenerate a fixed amount of 10 energy per core consumed. So off the bat, just by reading the talent, you already know that the more ultimates you do, the more cores you are going to be able to get, which means the more energy your Saber is going to get. So characters that get energy for the rest of your team will be very beneficial. Like I said, for example, we have Huahua and Sunday, which give energy to the rest of your team. And you can also add in here like, where is it? Like sustain. Oh, Serval is also a very good ult spammer as well. But if we add in here, where is it? Like Ling Sha with Quid Pro Quo, or actually any of the other healers that can run Quid Pro Quo, also make a very, very good partner for Saber. Anything that can enable energy funneling or that can make ulting easy, I guess I could say. Now, her technique is very simple, but very, very effective. She gains 35% attack for 2 turns, and then she gets 2 core at the start of battle. Now, her traces, I'm going to go over them really quickly, but I'm not going to go too deep into them because we are going to talk about one of them who is very, very important, but we're going to talk about it a little bit later, more in depth, right? In one of them, it allows her to get more crit damage via her skill. The second one, she can accumulate an excess of 120 extra energy. So you can pretty much overstack, like overcap your energy by about 120 energy, which is really, really good. And then when you use your ultimate, you gain that energy back, which is amazing. Now her third trace, which is the one that I said was very, very important, has these 2 conditions that when met is going to allow Saber to fully charge their ultimate, which is very, very good because it gives her a damage window pretty much for free. So essentially, whenever she enters battle and she launches her first enhanced basic attack, she will gain this buff called Mana Burst. Now, when she has Mana Burst and 1 core at the same time after she launches any skill, she will fully charge her ultimate, recover a skill point, and then she will take an immediate action. So if you time that correctly, you should get a lot of value from that. And we're going to go over a little bit later on how you can kind of wombo combo that. Now, as always, the basic attack is just simple, just a regular basic attack. Her skill is initially is just a regular skill, single target damage, and she's destruction. She does blast damage to the adjacent targets. If you don't have any core stacks, you will gain 2 core stacks, right? If you do have core stacks, you will consume all of your core stacks, and then you will gain 10 fixed energy. When they say fixed energy, they mean that it is not affected by energy regen. You will gain 10 fixed energy per core stack consumed. So let's say you ulted with Sunday, say you gain whatever it was, like 3 stacks, right? You gain 3 stacks from Sunday, 3 stacks from Huahua. You have 6 plus the 1 from the turn. You have a total of 7. You have 7 stacks. You do the skill, you gain 70 energy just from this one skill because you had 7 stacks, right? And then you also gain 30 energy from the skill itself. So in total, you gain about 100 energy from just having the stacks and doing the skill. So that is how she can potentially gain a crap ton of energy very, very fast, but you have to be able to ult with your other units to help Saber stack those cores. Now, in that same skill that you consumed all those cores, the more cores you consume, the more damage you are also going to be doing with that skill. The multiplier for that one skill that you consume the cores is going to increase. This is not a damage bonus. This is a multiplier increase. And this is a very significant damage increase as well. So the more cores you can stack, the more damage you're going to do. So that means that you necessarily, I don't know if you're going to want to necessarily run her Sunday, because as of right now, I don't know. This is all theory crafting off the dome. I haven't actually seen how she plays. I haven't tested her myself, but since you can't control if you consume, I'm assuming you can't control if you consume the stacks or not. If you can control them, then Sunday would be really good. But if you can't control them, then she will consume them every time, and then you can't control how or when you do the damage. So it'll be a little tricky. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. But regardless, this will be depending on how many stacks you can accumulate on Saber, this could be a really, really good damaging skill. Now, let's say you stacked up 360 energy on Saber. You have access to your ultimate. Your ultimate is going to do quite a lot of damage. It's insane. The multiplier for this is crazy when you add up everything. Initially, it's going to do quite a decent chunk of damage, right? To everybody. It's an AoE hit. Hits everybody for the same amount of damage. But after that, it's going to trigger 10 hits, and each hit is about 110%, right? So 10 hits times 110, that's 1,100 multiplier. And it's at random, right? So the more enemies you have on the field, the less damage per enemy. But let's assume it's only one enemy, then all of the hits are going to hit on the one enemy. So you could potentially just hit the one enemy for 1,100 damage plus a 280 damage, which equals to 1,380. Damage, which is actually an insane amount of single target damage. This is insanely strong. Now, after this, you gain access to your enhanced basic, and this is where we're going to connect the third trace, what we talked about earlier, to the rest of the kit, right? Now, the next turn that Saber gets, she's going to deal AoE damage, right? She's going to deal just a regular hit AoE damage, and then if there are two or at least two or one enemy, she's going to deal different amounts of damage depending on how many enemies are on the field as another AoE hit, right? The thing, like how this is important is that this will trigger the third trace. The third trace, what does is that because we had mana burst from starting the fight, we are going to fully recharge our ultimate one more time. Now, since we don't have to launch it right away because we have the 120 excess energy, we have an opportunity to stack more buffs on Saber from our supports, right? So we can actually wait it out and hostage our ultimate for a little bit to get our Saber stronger, and then launch an even stronger ultimate because we have access to that free ultimate that we get from the mana burst. So now we wait a little bit of action value, like we wait till the perfect time till we have all the buffs stacked up. And then we launch another ultimate that deals another 1380 multiplier. And then we rotate it back into another enhanced basic attack, which deals quite significant amount of damage as well. There is no other way to like immediately get your ultimate back up. Like there's only one way to really get that mana burst. The wording says when entering battle and using enhanced basic. It says and, it doesn't say or. So if it said or, it means that you could just spam it, which would be too broken. I haven't seen it in game yet, right? So if it works as an or, then she's probably one of the most broken characters that we're ever going to see. If it works as an and, that means that the mana burst only works one time. And that's fine because that means that you have a really, really big damage window that you can do a lot of damage with Saber. And after that, you're just gonna have to like scrap for the 360 energy, which, you know, like with the cores, it shouldn't be that hard, because if with one Sunday ultimate, like let's do the math real quick. Like I'm gonna do some rough math, right? So let's say she's at like 5 energy, right? So she's at 5 energy from just having ulted just right now. Let's say Sunday and Huahua ultimate, right? They both give her 20%. So 20% of 360 is 72. So 72 times 2, because it's both of them, that is 144. Now, she would have 3 stacks from Sunday, 3 stacks from Huahua. Let's assume another character that we have, another support, ulted as well. So let's say another ult is another 3 stacks. So that's 3 stacks, 3 stacks, that's 9 stacks. 9 stacks times 10, that's 90. So we're going to add 90. Boom, that's 234. Now, Saber's going to take her turn and is going to add 30, right? Add 30, right? Because she does just skill is 30 energy. And then she does gain a stack whenever she does get her turn. So that's another 10. And that's only by them ulting just do one time. If she gains another turn, right, she'll ult one more time, so that's another 30. Or she'll scale one more time, so another 30. So he's already at 300 just by ulting 3 times, right? And remember, Huohua is helping the whole team ult more. So, I mean, it shouldn't take you a lot of turns if you can get a 3-man ult, all to fit within the 400 and what is it? 480 energy cap that she has. Because remember, you have the 120 overcap. So if you can get all 3 ults to fit, you have a lot of wriggle room here to really get some energy. So it shouldn't take you more than 3 to 4 turns, 3 turns to get her ultimate back up, after you already used her ultimate twice. So after your first 2 ults, it shouldn't take you more than 3 turns to get it back up. That's what I'm trying to say. So even though it may seem obviously, given that you have these characters, right? Like even if you don't have, let's say Sunday, right? Let's say you don't have Sunday, because up to this point, I still don't know if Sunday is the character you want. Maybe you want to run Tingyun. Maybe you want to run Saber slow. I don't know as of right now, but maybe you want to run Tingyun instead of Sunday, right? So let's say it's Tingyun. Tingyun is not 60. It's not 72. It'll be 60. Still a little bit less energy, but you do get the extra stack. So let's say it's Tingyun. Tingyun still ults really fast. Even in a team like this, you could just run Tingyun as well. So if we ran Tingyun, Saber would have had the ultimate where we were, because we were missing 60 energy. So it's not as bad as it looks with the 360 energy is all I'm trying to say. And her multipliers as of right now look kind of crazy in my opinion. So let me know what you think. I am working on all the other characters. It's a lot. It's a 7 character dump on me, chat. It's actually crazy. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Yeah, let me know what you guys think. Put it in the comments. Until next time, guys. See ya.